Hi again, dance 6A and 6B. I'm back in my den because there's a little bit of sun out and it's coming in through the windows in the back of this room, and it's the best lighting. This time I'm going to do my demos in these sneakers. They make a pretty good sound on this floor. And what I want to talk about today is tips on the two upcoming steps in the warm-up dance, and also just some general points about flapping. So let's begin. It's easy to flap without picking up that back foot, especially when you're doing it slowly. But remember, I want you all the time to think about picking up the back foot, the one that isn't flapping. Brush step, brush step, brush step, brush step, almost like jogging. And that's something that you should have been doing all along. The last exercise that we did had a flap heel, which again, you could do it like this, but I prefer if you do it like this. So that when you go faster, getting the other foot off the ground helps you go faster and commits your weight completely to the foot that's making the sound. Remember, when your weight is over the foot that's making the sound, you're going to have more control. Now I'm talking about this because the next thing I want to talk about is flapping backwards. You could do it this way: brush, step, brush, step, brush, step, brush, step. But you see, I have to lift my foot up to do it. And many people do this when they tap dance, you'll see. But that wastes energy and it doesn't look as good. What you want to do is catch the brush as you go back, not reaching out for it. Not reaching forward, which would be reaching back, if you know what I mean. Brush step, brush step, brush step, brush step, brush step, brush step. So that when I go faster, there's no reaching back when the whole body wants to be flowing this way. Okay? Now it's even easier when you're going back if you have to drop your heel. In this case, there's a way to do it without getting the other foot completely off the floor. And that is, when I'm on this foot, I hinge up on this heel, on the opposing heel, so that all I have to do from this position, you can see that I'm completely standing on this foot, is bend my knee and I hit the floor brushing back. And when you hit the floor from contact with the heel like this, it's called a spank. Now my foot comes down, my toe comes down, my toe tap, and then I drop the heel. When this heel drops, the other toe comes up. Now I'm in position to do it on the other foot. Spank, step, heel, spank, step, heel, spank, step, heel, spank, step, heel. So that's a 3-tap move. I'll come back and do it a little quicker, and you'll see how it flows through. It's like I'm being sucked through a tube with nothing reaching back, everything flowing forward, which in this case is backward. Now I'm going to turn around and do a 1, 2, and 3, 4, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you'll see, here it is, and 1, this is a moment where I have to stop for an instant with the weight completely on this foot and this toe off the ground. 2, as the heel comes down, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8. Adding the quicker tempo. That's a ball change at the end, getting me out of it. Okay, that step is coming up at the end of our warm-up dance. Now, backing up into the warm-up dance, the last thing I showed you was the shuffle off to Buffalo. And I noticed that in my last demo, I didn't step out as much. Shuffle off to Buffalo is a traveling step. So you want to go out, shuffle, up, out, shuffle, up, full lap, ball change. Here I go in the other direction. I made the mistake of making my first step inward. And you don't want to do that. You want everything to flow in one direction so that you are a stream of energy. Looks better, feels better to the audience. More musical. Full lap, ball change. Doing it at double tempo. Missing a couple of taps, but I keep going. Okay? Now, after doing at tempo, one time this way, one time that way, one time this way, one time that way, I'm in this position and ready to go into the three-step turn, which is the next thing up, as you can remember from my prior demonstrations. Now, what you have to pay close attention to is that when you do the three-step turn, you're stepping out on the line. I'm going to use this line in the tiles on my floor. It's difficult to do. It's more difficult than it looks. It's easy to do this. That's called a pirouette, right? And this is called a soutenu turn, right? It's neither of those things, although it's easy to cross over into that territory. What you want to do is walk through the turn. It's a three-step walking turn. I step out on the line, my feet come together on the line as well, and when I open up, it should be on the line. Now, it's impossible to do it perfectly, unless you've been doing it all your life. Then we take a prep position, which is the toe with the heel off the floor. Suzanne, are you shooting my feet right now?
I'm shooting your whole body.
So here I go again. Out, together, out, touch. Apart, together, apart, touch. I'm losing my balance because I'm going so slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, Suzanne, come up to my body here where you can see the arms. The arms do exactly the same thing as the feet do, but it takes some practice to coordinate the two. It's apart. I'm going to do it without the turn. Together, the arms come in when the feet come in together, and you're on the ball of your foot. Apart, the arms come out, which will stop you, and then you come closing to the other foot with just the left arm in on this side, which is a prep position, ready to open up to take you into the turn the other way. Now, I'm going to go the other way with the turn. I'm here, and can you see me full body? Here I go. Apart, together, apart, touch, apart, together, apart, touch. Okay? So, putting those things together takes some practice. If you have an imaginary line on the floor to follow, that's good. If you've got one that you can actually see like I do right now, that's even better. Apart, together, apart, touch, apart, together, apart, touch, apart, together, apart, touch. Now, this is the position you'll be in after doing 4 of these. You do a set that way, 1, 2, 3, 4, this way, that way, this way. But the very last one, instead of coming up to the touch position, you hit the heel in preparation for a back flap with the drop of the heel. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can catch me here. I will have hit here after apart, together, apart, dig, okay, dig, then I start going upstage with a flap and heel. Flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, and then backwards, flat ball change, which I call flap push change. I'll come back here so you can see it, don't have the room. Flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, push change, flap, push change, flap, push change, flap, push change. Now, reversing direction, the foot that's in front already is the one that leads. And this time you pick up the back foot. Flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, ball change, flap, ball change, flap, ball change, flap, ball, dig. At the end of this, you dig into the floor because it's the prep for going backwards. Now you bounce off the floor once you've hit the dig. Flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, push change, flap, push change, flap, push change, flap, push change. Leading foot takes off. A 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, 6, a 7, 8, a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 8. Leading 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is traveling much more than I can in here. If we were in the studio, you'd be able to go all the way to the front and all the way to the back. bouncing off the floor here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. And 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Oh, 1, 2. Push change. Forward. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Deep. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On your last one, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. End in the dig position. Cut.